Hi, this is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. I'm going to show you how to create this Prince poster using the dynamic text feature, which automatically resizes and realigns text to conform to the top, bottom, and sides of any boxed shape. At the time I'm recording this, some of the dynamic text features are available only in the beta version. So if you haven't downloaded Photoshop Beta yet, open the Creative Cloud app and download it. If you don't see it, just type it into the search field. I provided this photo of Prince, his iconic symbol, as well as the link to the font I'm using. Thick, heavy fonts work the best for this project. The first step is to make the photo black and white. Click the adjustment layer icon and click black and white. I prefer to do it this way so we always have the original color photo intact. Go to View, Guides, and New Guide Layout. If you don't see the guidelines, press Ctrl or Command H. Make the number of columns 2. Make sure all the other fields are empty. Go back to View, and if Snap isn't checked, click it to activate it. Open the rectangular Marquee tool and drag it over the right half of the photo. It'll snap to the guidelines because we have Snap checked. We'll fill the selection with black, but before we do, make a new layer by clicking the New Layer icon. Check your foreground and background colors. If they aren't black and white, press D on your keyboard. Since black is our foreground color, press Alt or Option plus Delete. We'll save the selection because we're going to use it later. Go to Select and Save Selection. Then just click OK. Deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D, and hide the guidelines by pressing Ctrl or Command H. Open the horizontal type tool. I'll make our text white so we can see it over the photo. I'll press X to invert the foreground and background colors, so white is my foreground color. Open your type picker and pick a thick, heavy font. Click on your document and type out your text. There are 3 ways to convert regular text into dynamic text. One way is to right-click the text layer and convert to dynamic text. The second way is to go to Type at the top and click it here. The third and quickest way is to click the dynamic text icon at the top. Notice it automatically sized and aligned each line of text to their edges. Open the Move tool and drag the text to the right half of the poster. To adjust the spacing between the lines of text, called leading, press T to activate the Text tool, then open the Properties panel. If you don't see it, go to Window and Properties. Scroll down to the Dynamic Text section where you can modify the leading either by selecting a preset value from a list or by dragging the tracking slider. Let's set it to 10%. To adjust the spacing between all the characters in a word, highlight the word, then press Alt or Option and the left or right arrow key. Notice how the text automatically recalibrates its height and tracking as the characters shift. We can change the font of any word by opening the type picker and selecting a different typeface. To create line breaks within a word, place your cursor between the 2 characters where you'd like the break and press Enter or Return. The text will break at that point and automatically realign. I'll repeat this between the V and the E in Revolution. The dynamic text will automatically align the new line within the text box. To stretch or compress the text, go to a corner and press and hold Ctrl or Command as you drag it. Then use the Move tool to reposition it. Ctrl or Command-click the large T of the text layer to select its shape. Hide the text and make the black panel active. Press the Delete key to delete the shape of the text from the black panel. Then deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D. Make the text layer active. Before we do anything to it, let's make a copy of it so we always have the original text intact. Press Ctrl or Command J. Make the original text active and right-click an empty area of the layer to open its flyout list. Click Convert to Shape. Make this layer visible and open the Path Selection tool. At the top, click the Fill box, which is the color of the text itself. Click the No Fill icon, which makes our text totally transparent. Click the Stroke box and click White. Open the Stroke Option panel and make sure the solid line is active. Open the Align list and click the bottom icon, which is the outside alignment, which aligns the stroke to the outer edge of the shape's path. Open Caps and click the projecting cap, which extends the stroke beyond the endpoint, creating a slightly longer square end. Open Corners and choose Miter, which creates sharp pointed corners that extend beyond the endpoints. Next, we'll adjust the stroke's width. We can either drag the slider or type in the amount here. Let's type in 20 pixels. To hide the shape's path, press Ctrl or Command H twice to hide it and the guidelines as well. Make the black and white adjustment layer active and make a new layer above it. Click the foreground color to open the color picker, and in the hexadecimal field, type in 8400FF. To fill the empty layer with the foreground color, press Alt or Option plus Delete. Change the blend mode to color. Open the Channels panel. If you don't see it, go to Window and Channels. Control or Command click the Alpha 1 thumbnail that we saved earlier to select its shape. Open back the Layers panel and click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask of the selection next to the purple layer. This hides or masks out the purple color on the left side of our poster. In Layer Masks, white reveals and black conceals. Make the white text shape layer active and make a new layer above it. In this layer, we'll create a thin outline border surrounding the inner perimeter of our poster. We can fill it with any color. The color is irrelevant. I'll fill it with the background color by pressing Ctrl or Command plus Delete. Reduce the fill to 0%. This makes the content, or in this case, the black color in the layer, invisible, but it'll keep the layer styles visible that we'll be adding to it. Double-click the black layer to open its layer style window. Click Stroke. Click the color box and pick Black. Make the size 17 pixels and the position inside. The blend mode is normal and the opacity is 100%. Click Inner Glow. Click the color box, and when the color picker opens, type into the hexadecimal field the same color as before, 8400FF. Then press Enter or Return. The blend mode is normal, and the opacity is 100%. The source is Edge. The choke is 100%. And the size is 27 pixels. The contour is linear, and the range is 50%. If we want to readjust the size, shape, or position of the text, we'll need to adjust these two text layers together by either grouping them into a folder or converting them into one smart object. Let's do the latter. Make the white text shape layer active and shift-click the layer under it to make it active as well. Click the icon at the upper right and click Convert to Smart Object. In this case, I'd like to squeeze the text to the left a bit, so I'll press Ctrl or Command T to open the Transform tool. I'll place my cursor on the middle anchor point on the right side and press and hold the Shift key as I drag the text to the left. If the text is sticking a bit, go to View and click Snap to disable it. Now, when you drag it, it'll go where you want. Open the print symbol I provided. Open any of the selection tools and click the Select Subject button. We'll cut the symbol out by pressing Ctrl or Command J. Press V to open your Move tool and drag the symbol onto the tab of the poster. Without releasing your mouse or pen, drag it down and release. Double-click the symbol layer to open its layer style window. Click Color Overlay and the color box. Type in the same color as before, 8400FF. We'll adjust its size with the Transform tool. Go to a corner and drag it in. Then drag it into position. Double-click the symbol layer to open its layer style window. Click Bevel and Emboss. The style is Inner Bevel, the technique is Chisel Hard, and the depth is 100%. The direction is up, the size is 15 pixels, and the soften is 7 pixels. The angle is between 130 and 140 degrees, and the altitude is between 30 and 35 degrees. The gloss contour is linear. The highlight mode is linear dodge. The color is white, and the opacity is 20%. The shadow mode is multiply. The color is black, and its opacity is about 50%. This is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. Thanks for watching.